A very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chat with Shady, and I remain your one and only host, Shady Coco. Tonight, I bring to your doorstep another punditry on the ongoing FIFA 2022 World Cup hosted in Qatar. Now, today, I will definitely be throwing more light on some amazing matches that have taken place in these past few days that have actually been a shock to every football lover, across the world. These matches have resonated so loud. These matches have taken everyone by shock. And if I say by shock, trust me, I'm talking about the likes of Saudi Arabia winning a match as against Argentina. I'm talking about Japan, winning a match against Germany. These are shocking matches. And then the reason is because these are teams that over the time have built a track record of excellence. These are teams that have built a track record of a touch and tease of football. And so for a team that is termed as the underdog to come into the tournament to actually take them on their backs. In fact, it is a news that is very visible to the blind and is audible to the deaf. It is crystal clear that these matches were won based on merit and based on the technical competences and abilities of these players. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again. And first of all, let's take a team like Argentina. Listen, every team that will play in Argentina will be scared. The reason being that these are players that are very seasoned, that is one, as well as the team itself is ranked third in the FIFA 2022 ranking. So by every standard, the team is very fit. They have very good defense, they have very good midfield, and in fact, when it comes to their attacking side, trust me, it is something that has to scare anyone. Talking of the likes of Di Maria, talking of the likes of Lionel Messi. So I think everyone's perception coming into the game between Saudi Arabia and then Argentina was pointing towards the fact that Argentina was going to carry the day. But it was so shocking to know that Saudi Arabia, as people will say, took Argentina boot for boot. It was so shocking. And so I'm going to be simulating it, and it's going to be on the screen, and you would be able to see what is going on. So as you can see, I'm going to be putting whatever that I'm actually seeing here on the screen so that you can actually share your thoughts. So if you look at the Argentine formation, this looks somewhat like a 4-5-1, and obviously I think with a 4-5-1, it is almost like a 4-4-2, but then it's like Messi and then Martinez are the ones pushing forward in the attack. So normally what, from my knowledge, in EPL and UEFA Champions League matches, what is normally going to happen is that Messi would normally move from behind Martinez, to either play the left or the right. So Martinez is going to be in the center pushing forward, but Messi is going to be either on his left or his right, because obviously Messi plays both left and right foots. And so as you can see, it also shows the Saudi Arabian side, where they were playing another similar one, which was also a 4-5-1. So it almost looks like the formation was almost the same. Do you get what I mean? And then we move. So it's like, one thing that I would say is that it was very obvious that Argentina was going to score Saudi Arabia, but I think the coach should be given a lot of applause, as well as the players, because they were first of all able to study the style and then the gameplay of these Argentine players. That is one, because obviously these players are coming from different clubs, so you would be able to see their gameplay as individual players even before you come in and see how they can collectively merge to become a team. So I'm sure that is what they did. In the beginning of the game, I think Argentina bagged a penalty, as you can see, and which was a very clear penalty there. And so obviously that was about 7 or let's say 8 minutes into the game. So everyone was like, oh yeah, I mean, we knew that this is going to happen. And obviously Lionel Messi took a very wonderful shot right there. And as you can see, or as the game progressed, you can see that the Argentine players were really having it tough. Listen, I just paused this thing right there, and you can see that almost all the attackers of the Argentine players were being marked by 2 players. So it put a lot of pressure on them. Do you get me? And obviously, don't forget that they were riding on a certain premise that we are going to just put Saudi Arabia under the bus. So as the match was proceeding, and then now the dynamics was changing, I'm sure that now the frustration was really getting to them. So yes, and another thing too that I realized was that these Saudi Arabia players were very good with their flanks. They could really run, they had the speed, so they were normally using the flanks as well. So yeah, I mean, it goes on and on, it proceeds. You can see the Argentine players were really being bullied, as I normally put it, because the Arabian players were really being very physical. And then one thing too that I realized is that it looks like actually Argentina would have actually won the match, because one strategy that you could see that the Arabian players were using is that they were really setting a lot of offside traps. So because of that, because the Argentine players are very good attackers, so they were always caught in the offside trap. So I think they had about 2 or 3 offsides, and about 2 out of the 3 putting the ball in the net. Do you get me? So it is almost like the Argentines were not having a good day at all. They were really not having a good day, and the Arabian players were playing their hearts out. They were playing their hearts out. You can see there was another offside. They were being very physical. They were playing with their strengths and obviously with their intellectual capacities on the field. You could see that they were really marking someone like Messi. They were marking someone like Di Maria and whatnot. So I'm sure that really puts a lot of strain on the Argentine team. So it goes on, the match proceeds. One thing too that I realized is that there was a lot of fouls. I think because obviously they could not match up the skill of the Argentine players, so what they had to do is that they had to go physical, and obviously that is going to mean that you're going to be catching a lot of fouls here and there. Argentina was also spoiling some chances. I felt that if they were able to utilize all these chances, they wouldn't have found themselves wanting. Maybe they probably thought that we can actually win this match. We can win. It's Saudi Arabia we're talking about, so we can win this match. So there is no need. And so this proceeded, throughout the first half to the second half. Now, during the second half, I do not know the strategy that the coach chose. I don't know the kind of talks that was given to the team at the time, but trust me, whatever the coach told them, it really came to pass, because right after they came back from halftime, Saudi Arabia equalized, and obviously after they equalized, that is when the whole dynamics started to change. They started to believe, the confidence came. They felt like, this Argentina that these people are actually talking about, we can actually deal with them. So guess what? They did that, and getting to the end of the game, I think at 53rd minutes, they left this guy to just maneuver his way in their 18 box, and then obviously that led to the goal. And sources are that there was a holiday declared today, and because they can't even believe that they were able to beat Argentina. And for them, I definitely think that even if they are not able to proceed any further in this tournament, they scored Argentina is enough for them. So ladies and gentlemen, we proceed to the match between Germany and Japan. Just like I was saying, between Germany and Japan, everyone thought that Germany was going to win because Germany has almost the same track record as Argentina in this kind of tournament. In fact, even more because Germany has won, the World Cup, and obviously their repetitive appearances in the quarterfinal, the semi-final, and the final stages in the past World Cups have been really recurring. So obviously everyone would mark them for the win, and so we would go through some tweets. Obviously, that's some of the should I say world-class players of the present and of the past put on their Twitter walls. So Rio Ferdinand was so shocked, he actually put an emoji of like, oh, I'm so surprised, and then a clapping hands, showing that he was really very proud of the team. And then obviously Didier Drogba was like, wow, Japan. Yeah. Everyone was surprised. Didier Drogba is an Ivorian attacker. He has also played such tournaments before, and obviously he knows what goes into it and out. He used to be a Chelsea attacker, and I understand he's an accountant as well. So DJ Debra said, wow. Who else do we also have? We have Peter Crouch. Peter Crouch was also a one-time, goalkeeper for Chelsea Football Club. Peter Crouch was like, Japan, 3 exclamation marks. I was like, incredible scenes. Definitely, these were incredible scenes. If you watch the match, if you did not watch the match, I actually think you should actually go and watch it. And Aaron Lennon said that what a goal this is. Come on. I'm thinking that he was referring to the second goal that the Japanese people scored. It took everyone by surprise. I can't even lie to you. It took everyone by surprise. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are some few bits that are actually gathered, and so this will bring us to the end of this punditry, and I hope that obviously this conversation has been very interesting for you. Chat with Shady will keep on bringing you bits of conversations and chats on this ongoing World Cup. So you know what it is, stay tuned, and I'm going to catch you soon. Bye.